This is the download from Sounds Profitable, the most important news from this week and why it matters to people in the business of podcasting. I'm Manuela Correa.
And I'm Gavin Gaddis.
The download is brought to you by Magellan AI. Track the trends in spend, ad load, podcasts on YouTube, and more with Magellan AI's advertising benchmark report for Q1. Available now. You can find a link in the description or visit magellan.ai.
This week, Disney has almost sold out of Christmas sports ad inventory. SmartLess proves podcasts mean big business. Simplecast announces YouTube integration. And YouTube postpones co-viewing measurement plan. Let's get started.
Last Wednesday from Alyssa Myers at Marketing Brew. This year, a big holiday has caused a perfect storm for sports advertising. Thanks to Christmas Day falling on a Monday, Monday Night Football is the belle of the holiday sports ball, with reportedly more advertisers and categories booked for this year than last. In addition, the 5 NBA games airing on Christmas had nearly sold out of ad space by the first week of December. Christmas has traditionally been the advertising domain of basketball, though the NFL is making a concerted showing now that the holiday falls on one of the biggest nights of the week for football. According to Sounds Profitable's latest research, Sound You Can See, 38% of respondents who consume at least one video podcast in the past month consume sports podcasts as well. Something to consider when the direct source has already sold out, but the surrounding content, often hosted by players who will be in those games, is ripe for the picking. And those advertising dollars go to a more leaned-in audience actively engaged with the content, a step up from casual viewers turning in to watch the big game.
This Thursday from Adam Shepard at PodPod, Simplecast has announced a new batch of features for their platform, including automated YouTube integration. Podcasters hosting their show on Simplecast will now have access to more robust analytics offerings, the ability to add text to the show notes of every episode at once, and automatically publish audio episodes to YouTube. The integration works similarly to manually linking one's RSS feed to YouTube directly, with each new episode being transcoded into a video with a static image of the podcast artwork. Simplecast does caution users to follow YouTube's guidelines for host-endorsed sponsorships and advertisements, as every episode will need to follow those guidelines. Simplecast will also not embed any dynamically inserted ads into the file that's sent to YouTube to remain compliant to their policy against any third-party produced ads in podcast episodes.
Last Thursday from Addie Morefoot at Variety, SmartLess, the podcast starring Will Arnett, Jason Bateman, and Sean Hayes that kicked off during the early days of the pandemic, has grown into a celebrity podcasting powerhouse. The show signed to Wondery for a reported $80 million deal within a year of launching. The apparent secret sauce of SmartLess is consistency and quality. The 3 hosts have the benefit of being friends before the project, adding both existing chemistry and networking capabilities as all 3 actors had enough connections to leverage big-name celebrity guests early and often. The SmartLess brand is consistently marketed as well, from merch all the way up to a live show so hotly anticipated, a documentary series was produced following the 3 on a live show tour. The mere presence of celebrities on a podcast does not guarantee success, but when the product is of consistent quality with authentic conversations, there's more chance of something forming in the conditions that allow SmartLess to thrive outside of lockdown.
This Monday from Tim Peterson at Digiday, a previously announced plan for YouTube to transact against its own co-viewing measurement, which would be tracking views based on accounting for multiple people in a household watching a video together on one device, has been delayed. The original launch window was Q1 of 2024, but Google has now delayed the process until Q4 amidst vocal concern from agencies. Concerns include those that the process needs fine-tuning and co-listening methodology needs to be more transparently explained to ad buyers. Measuring multiple people consuming media together is not easy in the digital age. The fact that the company as large as Google is having trouble refining that process demonstrates as much. But their commitment to the plan shows there's a path forward, one that podcasting can also pursue when looking to measure co-listening. Finally, it's time for our quick hits. These are articles that didn't quite make the cut for this week's episode, but they're still worth including in your weekend reading. This week, what marketers need to learn from breakthrough brand IP like Barbie, Nike, Super Mario Bros. For 2024 by Christina Monlos. Digiday interviews several people in the advertising industry to get their take on the near future of branded content in a post-Barbie world. Here's what's missing from Netflix's data dump, according to experts, by Bill Bradley. While the new What We Watched report from Netflix has some useful data covering the past 6 months, ad buyers would prefer smaller, more frequent batches of data with more targetable information than that one giant batch every 6 months. The crucial timing of ads. Red Circle sketches out the ebb and flow of ad spending throughout the year to give a podcaster's idea of what strategies one should approach in the early months, the summer, and busy holiday season at the end of the year. What Worked in 2023, Brands in Podcasting by Annalise Nielsen. Pacific Content interviews several industry professionals to talk about valuable lessons learned in branded podcasting this year.
And that was the download, brought to you by Sounds Profitable. I know we went through today's stories fast, so be sure to check out the links to every article mentioned right in your podcast listening app or on soundsprofitable.com/podcast. And thank you for sticking with us as we bring you the top stories you might have missed from the past week. I'm Manuela Correa.
And I'm Gavin Gaddis. Our producers are Brian Barletta, myself, and Tom Webster. Special thanks to Art19 for hosting the download, and thank you for joining us. Robot.
Download complete.